Hey everybody, Thomas Shirley here with Throne Builders, continuing the Revolution series. And really enjoying this, enjoying all the good feedback I'm getting. And I get to get my digs in on religion, and I get to encourage people who are coming out to see that you are on the right track. You are actually going in the right direction. Today I want to talk about a revolution of quality, and want to encourage you to understand something from a bit of a different perspective. For far too long, religion has really bound us down and told us some things that are very false and really evil. They've told us this: the will of God is for you to decrease, and for you to be poor, and for you to be sick, and for you to have lack, and for you not to have a name, and for you to be abased. When John the Baptist came saying, I must decrease and he must increase, what he was saying was he was a representation of the entire Old Covenant Levitical system. And he was saying, I have to pass off the scene because now the kingdom has to increase because the king is here. And it wasn't a blanket statement. I get so weary of people taking statements out of the Bible and just universally applying it. Oh, that applies to everybody. No, it doesn't. It doesn't apply to everybody. It says in the book of Hebrews that Jesus came to bring many sons to glory. In other words, to bring us to the brightness, to bring us to the excellence, to bring us to the exaltation, to bring us to the light, to make us a spectacle for the world to see. And being a spectacle isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's time for a revolution of quality. What do I mean by that? It's time for the sons, the daughters to rise up into their identity to be the healthy people. We should be setting the pace for health, not having to go around getting healed all the time. We should be setting the pace for wealth, not always having to say, hey, give me your money. And I know Throne Builders does it. We're asking people to support us and partner with us, but what we really want more than anything is we'd like someone to come along and help us invest in businesses so that we can set the pace in business. Why? Because if we control the markets, guess what? The righteous are in authority. What does that mean? It means that King Jesus is ruling and reigning. Amen. So there's a revolution of quality that's at play right now, where we no longer have the mindset that we're poor little waifs looking to our Lord for a piece of bread. You know, there's no poverty in our kingdom. There's nothing that God has held from us. It says that if he that offered up his own son has done that, then how much more shall he also freely give us all things? Our inheritance is all things. There's nothing that we lack. There's nothing that we don't have. It is time for us to become the quality people. We should be the people that have the nicer clothing and the nicer vehicles and the nicer houses. And I'm not talking about what's commonly called as a health and wealth prosperity gospel, but we are supposed to be prosperous people, and we are supposed to be healthy, and we are supposed to be wealthy, and you and I get to decide the kind of life that we live. Our Father is glorified by mature sons and daughters who are prospering and successful. He's not glorified by a bunch of sick people. Can you imagine unbelievers wanting anything to do with a God whose will it is to keep us sick and in poverty? They've had enough of that out there. Let's become the people of quality. Let's become the people of excellence. Let's put out the best stuff. Let's put out the best things. Let's have the best relationships and the best health and the best opportunities before us so that we can be the quality people that the world looks at and says, and when I refer to the world, I refer to people that we would say are lost, but so that they can look and say, man, I want what they have. And then we can introduce them to our daddy, and he can heal their hearts, restore their souls, and build them up. It's a revolution of quality. No more poverty, no more lack, no more want. It's time now for us to increase and become the people of excellence in the world today. God bless you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave your comment below. We'll talk to you next time.